Hi, my name's Denny, and I'm actually here in my kitchen today from Master Teaching. Master Teaching's about mastering the art of teaching, but it's also about giving your child the best result you can get and the best help and support you can get. So I actually don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk to you about minimalism, because actually it does tie in quite well into teaching. But we'll just have a look first of all at the idea of minimalism, and I'm going to refer to my house. My house is not minimalist. Now, if I had to think about who I am, I'm actually quite minimalist in lots of ways. I have minimalist, I prefer to see things that are minimalist, but I don't like to live in them. So it's nice to go into a minimalist environment, but it's not so nice to live in all the time. I want to be able to put my cup down on the bench. I want to be able to have cupboards that are full of stuff. And you know what? I can't be a minimalist anyway because my family left me so much stuff. I've got my uncle's stuff. I've got my auntie's stuff. I've got my mother's stuff, my father's stuff, my grandmother's stuff, my grandfather's stuff. I had everything that you could possibly think of all stuffed into my house. In fact, it's so bad that when my dad died, I had to go and buy another house so that I could just fit the stuff in. So I bought a 4-story house. Luckily, I could. And in my 4-story house, I stuffed every room in there, so full of stuff that I still needed to have a storage unit. So I have gradually got rid of most of that stuff. I don't want it anymore. And we're down to the rooms having what I actually really want to keep. But it's still too much. So here I am getting to 66. I am 66 years old. And I'm thinking about, I might be in a rest home soon or something. And I don't know what to do with the stuff. So I'm throwing it out, as they say in the decluttering videos on YouTube. And I'm thinking, I don't really want to throw this stuff out. Some of it's not a matter of monetary value, it's sentimental value. And why shouldn't someone else get the chance to decide whether they want it or not? Which is what I was given, the chance to decide whether I want it or not. But we decide for future generations, don't we? We don't just decide for ourselves. So it's hard. And when I'm going to, if I want to refer that to teaching, it creates a kind of depth. And that's the kind of depth that is that has been kept over the years through the ways in which teachers have put into place structures, learning programs, etc., ideas, philosophies, and they've all been little by little changed, tweaked, made to work in various ways. But the important part about it is that they were thought about at each stage, and actually over many generations it's been a collaborative approach. But suddenly we've got minimalism. Minimalism really means keep what you need, throw out what you don't. And that's what they're doing in teaching. That's what it really comes down to. Keep what you need, throw out what you don't. But actually they're throwing out a lot. So we need to think about how we can get across to people that not everything is bad because it's old. You can throw me out if you like because I'm old. But I'm not bad, actually. And I'm quite a good teacher, actually. And kids like me. So think that one through. So minimalism in teaching, what's that about? That's about dealing with very straight, very organised, very check-pointed, very exact motives and learning outcomes and assessments and all that whole idea of evidence-based practice and all those things. And that's fine. I have no issue with that. But where's the creativity? Who's got the creativity? Who took the drama? Who took out the painting? I saw a photograph yesterday in the paper. Well, it wasn't the paper, it was on the internet. That shows my age. But I saw a picture coming from a well-respected educational consultancy type company. And on the front of it was a kid with a paintbrush. How long since I have seen a kid with a paintbrush in a school? There are a few. How often do your kids bring home their pictures anymore? How often do they come home singing a song they learned at school? Interesting. What can they tell you that they learned at school? Interesting. If you asked them what they did, would you understand what they said? Interesting. So, are we speaking different languages? Are we on the same page? Do we need to think about and get organised so that everybody knows exactly what is happening? Or are we going to live in the pseudo-academic world that is supposed to fit everybody, which actually doesn't, and hope it works? Because that's what it feels like, isn't it? And our results. So that's the other thing. How come we had such a good education system and it has devolved or dissolved, if you like, into something that is not anywhere near on the PISA scale where we used to be? We're now way down. So why is that? And tell me this, if our system wasn't working, why were our results better? I don't understand. Sorry, please explain. That's me, that's Denny from Masterteacher. And that's why you need a guru.